Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
It's an honor to be here. It's great to be here. Thank you, Brother Damon, for inviting me and allowing me to say a few words. Thank you, Brother Chamberlain, for continuing to be relentless and urgent in fighting for justice for your father. And let me tell you how successful you have been in that fight. As soon as I met Damon on the campaign trail, he started educating me on Kenneth Chamberlain Sr. As soon as I met him. And he wasn't the only one. There were many people all throughout the district, and this was before I even represented White Plains. People wanted me to know, as an elected official in Westchester County, about the injustice that happened to Mr. Chamberlain Sr. So I've been aware of it. I've read up on it a little bit, haven't seen the documentary yet. I will watch it, I promise. But today I was available and I wanted to come and share a few words. So I represent New York's 16th district. And for those who don't know, that covers a small part of the Northeast Bronx, and it covers Westchester County up to White Plains. I've been in office now since 2020. We won our election in 2020. We got sworn in 2021. 3 days later, insurrection happened. So it was crazy times. But what I've noticed since I've been in office, and I want to piggyback on what was said earlier, is a complete lack of courage from other elected officials in general, but specifically in Westchester County when it comes to fighting for justice. A complete lack of courage. Now, some are doing the right thing and trying to fight the good fight, but I feel it's my responsibility as one of the highest ranking elected officials in Westchester County to fight for justice on this issue in particular. Because this is about oversight, this is about accountability, and this is about racial justice. We cannot have a democracy if we do not have accountability. We cannot have a society if we do not have accountability. Without accountability, there is no trust, there is no relationship, there is no way we can work together. And trust me, y'all, as an elected official, I've been held accountable for things I've done. Right or wrong. Everyone in this crowd, in your place of work, you are held accountable for what you say, do, and don't do. We support law enforcement who's doing the right thing, but for those who are not, they must be held accountable. Period. And so I'm not just lending my voice to this cause. I'm lending the backing of my office to this cause. And you have me in relationship with you, brother, to get justice here in Westchester County, justice here in White Plains, and justice all across the country. Because this is a national issue. And this is a county issue. There was an issue in New Rochelle recently, earlier this year. There have been other issues in other places. Black man killed by police, unarmed, language used, and no justice and no accountability. On a national level, the number one employer in America, the number one employer is the Department of Defense, which is why we always have money for wars, but can't feed the poor. The second employer is the Department of Justice. It's the second employer. So we spend money on war and jails, but not investing the money where it needs to go. And when we tried to push forward the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act, which, by the way, didn't go far enough, but did a lot more than what we currently have in place right now. It passed the House. We got it through the House with Democratic leadership. It got to the Senate, and it sat there for months and months and months and months. And there was a point where The Fraternal Order of Police actually supported the bill. But local sheriffs in South Carolina did not. And Tim Scott, who was the Republican negotiator on the bill, pulled out. The bill does not move forward on the national level. So the federal government has failed in terms of police accountability. We have to call on our state elected officials, our county elected officials, and our local elected officials to do more to guarantee accountability.